In this video, I'm going to go over 4 conflict resolution tips that can help you have a roommate who is exceptionally noisy and encourage them to start being a little more conscious and quiet and simply more self-aware of their surroundings. 4 tips. Let's start diving in right now. The question is your house an asset or a liability? What do you think? Literally 20% of all the dollars ever printed were printed since 2019. Experience. Reading books is great, but learning from your experience is how you do it. All right, tip number 1 is honesty is important. Obvious and simple, right? Not. I've dealt with 3 dozen roommates, and I would say only about 20% are actually honest. I would say the vast majority, about 80%, are not honest. Why? Because ruffling feathers and telling them the truth can sometimes hurt their feelings. And we've developed a culture now where ruffling feathers and hurting someone's feelings is way more important than the truth. And let me tell you, I absolutely reject that premise. The truth is provocative because it's real, it's there, it's tangible. I've realized this. Sometimes people who are noisy, the noisy roommates, don't even know they're noisy because no one's ever told them. And the only way we can start becoming self-aware, or in this instance, helping others become self-aware, is by being honest with ourselves as well as other people. So first step and first tip is to be honest with them. You don't need to be a jerk about it, but just simply tell them in an honest and truthful way what's happening. And that isn't just for noisy roommates, it's for any roommate situation. You want to be honest in everything. You don't want to put things under the rug or be covert or be deceptive in any way. Be honest, it's the best policy. All right, number 2, and this one is even more old-fashioned and not used, is be direct in your speech. Instead of being vague about something that could be happening or might be happening, talk about something specific that is happening that you do not like. Being direct truly at this point, I think it's really a skill set because it's so easy to push things under the rug, move from things, be deceptive because you don't want to hurt people's feelings. Being direct is a skill set, and if you can develop that skill set, you're going to have your roommates listen to you a heck of a lot more. All right, so I'm going to go over now. Step 3 is the actual method I use to resolve conflict. First, affirmation. Affirm the person for something they've done. Like if they pay rent on time. Hey, I really appreciate you paying rent on time. First, affirmation. Second is problem. Talk about the problem. I appreciate you paying rent on time every single month. Really appreciate it. Hey, I want to talk about you being really noisy. Then, solution. Solution is, hey, would you mind, when it hits 8:30, 9 p.m. to turn it down a little bit, maybe put headphones on? It makes it so I can sleep well, everyone else can sleep well. It makes it a conducive environment so all of us can be peaceful here. 4, affirmation. Hey, thanks for working on this. Thanks for working on this for me. So, affirmation, problem, solution, affirmation. You want to always start with the affirmation. You don't want to go straight to the problem. Hey, you're doing this. No, you want to soften that blow. Not because you really want to make them not make a change. It's because people are so much more receptive and so much more willing to make change when you know that you appreciate them. It's amazing how much when someone feels appreciated, when someone knows that they are welcome and valued, they make changes so much more than someone who's on the defensive. You don't want to make someone you don't want to make someone get on the defensive immediately. And this can be applied not just to noisy roommates, but to if their dishes are not being cleaned up, if they're bringing people over who are smoking in the house, or whatever it may be. It can be pretty much done, but for anything in regards to conflict resolution. Affirmation, affirm them. Problem, talk about the actual problem. Be direct and honest. Solution, talk about why it's better for them to do your way. And then affirmation, affirm them in becoming this person. I promise you, if you use that step by step and do those 2 affirmations at the front and the back, people are willing to make changes. And then lastly, tip 4 is choose your battles wisely. You need to make sure to differentiate between the nuance of living with roommates, which means you're going to have some privacy, some quiet, some things are going to be taken away. You're going to have to sacrifice some things. Differentiate between roommate life and then a deal breaker. A deal breaker would be there's loud music at midnight. Yeah, that is obviously not tenable and not enjoyable or even in the rules. That's why having also a house rules list is really important. I have a whole list of house rules. If you want to get that, go to the link in the description and that will be there. But you want to make sure you choose your battles wisely. Don't be nitpicking every single thing. That makes it uncomfortable and just a drag to live in. You want the house to be a peaceful place, not a chaotic place. So if there's things that are creating chaos, that is something you definitely want to address. If that's just something that is a roommate nuance, they hum, they sing to themselves when they're walking by, like those are some really small things that you have to literally get over it. Like, don't be full of yourself. Don't think that you're going to control every single aspect of everybody around you. Choose your battles wisely. Know the difference between roommate life and a deal breaker, and be able to differentiate between those two and choose which ones you want to talk about and which ones you're going to let go. If you practice those 4 tips, I promise you are going to have the noisy roommate stopped in one day. You're going to be able to foster an environment where there's honesty, there's direct communication. I promise you, if you have honesty, direct communication, and choose your battles wisely, as well as use the affirmation problem solution affirmation method, you're going to have a very, very peaceful house. And no matter whether you're renting a room from the homeowner or you are the homeowner renting out your rooms, you want a peaceful house. Chaotic houses make for chaotic lives, which no one likes chaos. If you guys enjoyed that, please make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I will catch you guys in the next one, and happy landlording. Bye.